What's up? It's your boy Heaven Hollywood back on the IE Network. This is the Heaven Hollywood Report. Let's get to it. Shout out to my sponsor in case you didn't know. That's icydk.blog. Make sure you check them out on the World Wide Web and all mobile devices. We got a few topics to get to today, but before we do, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video. So let's get to it. And we're going to start it off with that boy, Kodak Blizzak. Yeah, what about yeah, though? What about yeah, you got 21 Saturdays, okay. You okay, this one okay, she okay. What about you? You get what you want. What about yeah, though? What about yeah? So Kodak Black was responding back to 21 Savage. If you remember, the other day 21 Savage said he'll beat anybody from the class of 2016 freshman class in the verses. And, you know, Kodak Black took that to heart. Kodak Black is not joking around about that. He's basically saying he's been trying to DM 21. He's been trying to call 21. Been trying to send, you know, a singing telegram. Been trying to send every email, every sort of message to 21. He's not answering. So Kodak basically said, you know, he knows the 21 don't want no smoke.
21 don't want the smokes, man. That nigga ain't say nothing yet. I done DM that nigga. Man, what's up, Rennie? I done hit verses. What's up, Rennie? Don't be capping on this internet. I mean, you ain't ready to stand up in that fire, boy. You know that? 21 don't want smokes. Drake know that nigga don't want smokes. Drake know what's going on, boy. Man, me and Drake got so much. Me and Drake got a few songs. So man, we gonna see when Drake gonna put them bitches out. I ain't gonna lie. I fuck that boy Savage. He's straight, but this like his best music. This shit with him and Drake, like that boy best music on it. I listened to that shit. The album straight. That shit like.
But 21 wants to smoke. I mean, Kodak wants to smoke, man. 21, where you at? Where you at? You the one that said it. You the one brought it up. Said that you take anybody out. You said it. Anybody. That's what you said, sir. Anybody wanted, you got it. You take anybody in that class out. But now Kodak Black is trying to bring the smoke to you. And now you got, you know, you can't hear nothing now. You too busy with Drake, you know, out on the tiny desk performance and stuff like that. Boy, you hear 21, you hear Kodak Black. Try to act like he don't hear nothing. Oh, you deaf now, huh? Oh, man, I would like to see that. I would like to see it. I think 21, that'd be a good battle. That'd be a good battle. Moving on to Johnny Depp. With Johnny Depp showing his white booty, walking across the stage. Savage Fenty. Rihanna said, F a backlash. I don't give a damn about no backlash. It's my show. All the people say, oh, you shouldn't put Johnny Depp in. Please don't put Johnny Depp in. If you put Johnny Depp in, that means you don't care about women survivors of domestic violence. Then Rihanna looked at him like, kiss my ass quick. I mean, Johnny Depp walked right down there. Rihanna ain't apologized, ain't said nothing. She put Johnny Depp in her show, which is her show. He walked down there. He's the first male to, you know, have a spot there in the Savage Fenty, have their own spot in Savage Fenty. So, shout out to Johnny Depp. Moving on to Al Sharpton. Now, Al Sharpton facing some backlash. I mean, black people kill me, man. Al Sharpton, who has been right at the forefront of all of our major issues, has always stood up for blacks. He's always stood up for the slain, whether it was Tawana Brawley, back in the day, or Rodney King, or whoever else. He always stood up for them. But he had someone asked him about Kyrie Irving. And Reverend Sharpton had a little bit different take than people were expecting. We're going to listen to what he had to say, then we'll come back and unpack what he said.
Kind of, being reprimanded. People are calling it a lashing. What are your thoughts on this? It's kind of an ongoing conversation.
I think that we need to really be careful that those of us that have fought racism in the black community, that we cannot in any way, even inadvertently, normalize being bigots against others. And I think that, I've not said anything other than we've got to be consistent. And if people say things wrong, they need to be held to the same account that we hold when people say things wrong about us. And as far as, some of them getting angry that some of us are saying we shouldn't say that, they'll have to get angry. We fight against bigotry of all forms, and bigotry cannot be normalized, and victims cannot say that they're going to victimize others.
Right. Now, do you think that Kyrie is going to...
And that was Reverend Al Sharpton, his take on Kyrie Irving, and him saying he's not receiving a lashing. And again, I went over this already the other day, and I agree with Al Sharpton. All right? Do I think Kyrie deserved to be suspended? Yes, I did. Do I think it's a little obsessive what they're asking for him to get back into the league, back into a team? Yes, I do. But both things can be right. But just because Al Sharpton's not out there, they're doing them so dirty. It's just like buck breaking or comparing it to slavery. It's just like the slaves when they used to get whipped and hung. It's the same thing, trying to show power and control. I'm not going there because that is insulting all of the people who were enslaved. But yes, it's obsessive for them asking him what they're asking him to come to get back in the league. But all this other stuff, see, this black people's problem. When this man, he doesn't type agree with you, so now you got all these people in the comments, you so skeleton face, such and such. I'm like, just because the man, everybody was calling saying, where's Al? Wait till Al gets a hold of this. Then when Al Sharpton comes and gives a take that you weren't expecting, now he's an old, ugly this, and you're a fed, such and such and such. If you don't have the same opinion as people these days, they call you now you're everything. Now you're a coon. Now you're a fed. Now you're an agent. Just because you didn't agree with what they said. Al Sharpton, for any black people to be coming to him, they better go look up what Al Sharpton has done. And he's been at the forefront of every single major black issue, black case, black trial, racist act. He's been there. Just because he doesn't agree 100% with what your opinion is, everyone else, people talk about, you're a coon. It's black people's problem. You can't disagree. And finally, we're going to close it out with Nicki Minaj. Now, Nicki Minaj coming off a very interesting interview with ID Magazine where she was speaking with actually JT from the City Girls. And there was a point where they talked about, defending herself and speaking out. Now, Nicki spoke and she said, yeah, it's a great thing to speak out, but it seems like they don't keep the same energy when it comes to her. She said when she speaks out, people put this bitter and this bitter and jealous tag on her. She said there's a huge misconception with people who come across as outspoken, she responded. Just because a person fights back doesn't mean they're not afraid. I have suppressed years' worth of things that I've wanted to say. People have lied about me and didn't respond. Nicki noted that being a rapper is still a job at the end of the day. So the same people The way people can lose their jobs working 9 to 5 is the same way she could lose her job if she doesn't stick up for herself. They can lose their spot. They could lose their money. So I guess she was saying, so the same way people can lose their jobs working 9 to 5 is the same way she could lose hers if she doesn't stick up for herself. They could lose their spot. They could lose their money. And it says, as of late, however, the New Yorker no longer feels the need to hold back on things that bother her. She's saying that at this point in her life and her career, she doesn't ever have to rap another word, make another record. She feels as though she's solidified, her legacy solidified, and she knows her fans aren't going anywhere. So she feels as though, at this point, she doesn't feel as much as prone to defend herself now as she did in the past. So what do you think? Do you agree with Nicki Minaj? Do you agree that when she speaks up for herself, it seems to be an issue? Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked for that's where I got the footage from. The content from. So do you think that she, when she speaks up, there's a problem? You think people don't keep that same energy when it comes to other rappers? Let me know down in the comments. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Peace.